Hello everyone. As you can probably tell, this is not an animation. I'd like to start this by clarifying something. This here, what you're watching, is called a time-lapse drawing, not a speed drawing, as many people call it. There's a difference. A speed drawing would just be where you draw something really quickly, but it's still recorded in normal time. A time-lapse drawing actually lapses time, so you see something that took a long time in a much shorter period of time. Alright, I just had to clear that up. I was originally just going to make this into a normal time-lapse where I place some of them fire beats in the background, but now I guess I'll just talk about some things, mainly related to the technology problems I've been having. The first thing that happened was my tablet started having issues. The on-screen cursor wouldn't align with where I put the pen, so it was extremely hard to draw with. And whenever I try to calibrate it, the Wacom drivers crash, so the pen and even the touchscreen aren't functional at all. I actually recorded this drawing right before the issues started. Those problems weren't that bad though, because I could still connect my tablet to my computer, and it would work just fine like that. That meant I could still animate, because I still have all my animation software on my computer. But then my computer decided to let me down too. One day I got back from class and tried to get on my computer to play some of that Overwatch, but I got an error message that basically said my computer could not find my hard drive, so it was completely unusable. And here we are today. I've been contacting Wacom to try to get these tablet issues fixed so I can at least make comics, and I've contacted Dell. We did some over-the-phone troubleshooting and come to the conclusion that I need to send my computer back to be fixed. Right now I'm using a friend's computer to make this recording, edit this video, and get it posted. And I can play that Overwatch, so that's all good. Honestly, not being able to animate for a while is pretty disappointing, but what I'm most upset about is the possibility of losing the animation file I've been working on for the past few days. I'm making a video about the trip to Budapest that I took this summer, and I was really close to being done, meaning that many hours of work had already been put into it. And to me, there's nothing more frustrating and discouraging than losing hours of work on a project, especially in animation. And this particular video had a decent amount of frame-by-frame animation, which is extremely time-consuming. So if that file can't be recovered, I don't really think I'll redo it. It's just too frustrating. I love drawing new things, but redoing artwork is not enjoyable at all. Luckily for you all, I split the trip to Budapest into 2 parts, because there was a lot to talk about. So I'll probably just start on the second part if I lose the file to the first part. It'll just be a bit longer till I have another video out, and they aren't really that related, so it'll be fine. So yeah, that's all the discussing I wanted to do, and I haven't actually talked about this drawing at all, so I think I'll do that. I like to draw, obviously, but then I like to put those drawings on shirts because I think that's a cool way to display artwork. Basically, I wanted a Pokemon shirt and I thought I had a pretty okay idea for one, so this is me making it. The Photoshop part goes kind of slowly because I was watching a tutorial on how to do the pixel effect in Photoshop while I was actually working on it. And I am by no means a Photoshop expert. I usually just use Paint Tool Sai for my drawings, but that only gets you so far. And I've been having problems with Paint Tool Sai, but that's no longer relevant if my computer and tablet don't work. Anyways, as you might be able to tell, I'm pretty indecisive when it comes to drawing. I guess you could call it picky. Like, I drew and worked on the head a lot before completely erasing it and starting over because I didn't like the line thickness of the face. The website I used to make my own shirts is called Spreadshirt, so if you want to put your own design on a shirt, I highly recommend it. Oh, and at the first part of the video, when I was working on the Pixel Bulbasaur, it might have looked like I didn't actually do anything. But I did. The original image would have been extremely low resolution and looked bad if I put it on a shirt, so I basically just smoothed the image to turn it into a graphic, and I could make it as high resolution as I wanted. I could only do that because the picture used flat colors with no gradient or anything. That probably meant nothing to a lot of you, so this might be getting pretty boring, unless you actually like to watch me draw, but I've gotta keep the rest of you interested. Cue the sick beats!